You're listening to the You Don't Know Me Yet podcast network.
Hey, you are tuned in to Two Gems and a Mic with hosts Tanisha the Diva Mahomes and Linda L.D. Dorsey. Just know, if we talking about it, you need to hear about it. Unwind and enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Two Gems and a Mic. I'm your girl LD. I got my girl the Diva. What's going on, Nisha?
Hey, what's going on? Talk to me.
Another week.
You still on your high?
Huh?
You still on your Knicks high?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be on that. I still really haven't even got
it
on my gear yet. I gotta ride that out for a little bit.
Well, I saw a video that I don't think I don't know what to say about that, but there was a chick climbing a pole and another one pulling her down, and
yeah. And look. First of all, I was hoping that was Linda.
What's up, Darren? Let me welcome Darren on in.
Yeah,
What's going on, Darren?
Nothing. To Linda, to Tanisha, I was hoping that wasn't you on the light pole that they was pulling the fans and stuff.
It wasn't me. But see, y'all just like the rest of the media, y'all want to focus on all the crazy stuff.
I mean, you said you was gonna be at the parade, so who knows?
You said what? No, I wasn't at the parade.
No. You said hold on. You said you was gonna take your grandson to the parade, so I thought that might have been you.
No, I said I was thinking about taking him, but then I came to my senses. 2 million people out there, no.
Right.
I'm just saying it looked like a good time right up until I'm gonna blame it on the alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, the people were wild. We had somebody that OD, but there were a lot of people. It was the violence there wasn't even.
Tried to kiss the lady that resuscitated.
She had Narcan. What is it? Narcan? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, he got up and started trying to kiss her.
Yeah,
I was like, Lord have mercy.
She's a hero.
Oh yeah, I saw that clip.
Yeah, she didn't even catch on to what he was trying to do at first.
She didn't. I mean, she just saved his life and was getting ready to get back to the parade. I thought it was a good parade. I thought Alicia Keys was good. The speeches, some of the speeches that they had were good. It was good to see Clyde out there leading the way. So it was good. It was good for the city.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was. People gonna be wild.
That's what I said. Good time.
You know what? I listened to. I followed Jon Stewart in the Daily Show, right? And they was showing them burning up trucks and people got shot and all that. And he said that ain't got nothing to do with the Knicks parade. That's a Saturday night.
Facts.
Right. Don't put it all on Knicks fans. That's a regular old Saturday night. So, I thought that was kind of funny, but funny in the sense that it could happen any day. Funny that it shouldn't happen. Not funny that it shouldn't happen any day. But we're gonna get to some let's jump right into basketball because I want to talk about the trades, the NBA trades.
Okay.
Did that surprise you with Giannis going to Miami? That's blockbuster to me.
Did it surprise me?
Yeah.
No. Well, I guess it did instead of Boston. I still don't think that they're a championship team, even with his addition there. I just think that there's something about Miami that it just. I mean, granted, you got Riley, you got Eric Spoelstra, but I just don't think that they have. I just feel like it's something missing, and having Bam and even Bobby, and I think Bobby Portis is going to be a great addition. I still don't think that that's enough for them to make a dent when it comes to trying to make a championship run.
Okay, and why? Tell me why. Based on the teams that you see that would be there.
Okay. Based on the teams that are there, whether or not Giannis can stay healthy for, the entirety of the season. And then, I don't know who, you still got to have role players, and I don't know whether or not they're going to have their bench or whether or not they're going to keep Norman Powell because he's a free agent. And, because you still got to replace the shooting and the scoring production of Tyler Hero. And I just don't know if they'll be able to do that. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah. What you think, Tanisha?
I think at first I just didn't think that was going to happen. Like, I don't know why. Maybe I was in denial or something. I didn't think they would let Giannis go or whatever. But, I mean, the amount of stuff they got for him, though. I mean, you get Hero, I don't know how to say a dude name, Jamie, whatever, and with a first round pick from 31, first round and 33, first round and 30. I mean, like it's a lot of capital in there. So I don't know that that's a bad trade. It's
No,
young.
it's not a bad trade for Milwaukee. I
From
mean,
No,
Milwaukee.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot. You get a lot out of that. I mean, that's one player, but I mean, you know how you say like you don't have like some of those players that it's like, are you gonna get another Giannis? I mean, like you see one in the future that somebody else don't know that can do what he can do, or is it more so just the health? You know, just not being healthy all the time and not being available all the time. I don't know, but
And you're in the East, so that's kind of what got me too.
yeah, I'm like, jeez.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree. I think for Milwaukee it was good. What about the Julius Randle going back to Brooklyn? How significant is that?
not at all. I mean, they, especially after the way he played this postseason, they just had to get off of him because there was no upside to, in my opinion, to keeping him on the team. Because
Okay.
he brought absolutely nothing to it, especially when it came time for the playoffs. He didn't
He
contribute
said
anything.
nothing.
Damn, he said absolute. No, he
He
didn't say
said
nothing. He
he
said
said absolutely
absolutely nothing.
like unnecessary roughness. Come on, man. The
I
man
mean, I mean,
No,
you can't win with them.
is messing with you.
no, and
I'm
we
just
had the
saying.
same. I think he was part of the. I think he's a good player, but I think he was part of the issue in New York too, because it got to yeah, he can carry a load, but it was just like at what point do you stop? You know what I'm saying? And look at the bigger picture. And I think that's an issue for him. I mean, Brooklyn, we'll see, what that impacts. But that organization has kind of been dysfunctional for a while. You had three great players there. You did nothing with that. Now you just it's like, let me see who I can bring. Let me see who I can bring. So I don't know. So on top of that, I mean, those were the top two, but the draft. So, what do you think about any surprises for you in the draft?
I was surprised that Acuff went to Sacramento and that Brooklyn didn't take him. But other than that, nah, it kind of went the way that people thought it would. I guess obviously the big thing was who was going to go number one, but I never thought that Peterson was going to go to Washington. And
Okay.
the fact that he felt he was surprised by it, I was like, bro, I mean, look at what you did this past season. Nothing. So no,
That's Darren's
it
word for
went according
tonight.
to.
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it went according to plan to me.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think anything was too crazy.
I don't think so either. The Knicks kept passing up trade, but that was to save money too, right? So they were pushing, pushing, pushing. They got a couple of second rounders that will help. And I just say the Knicks because I was focusing on the Knicks to see what they were going to do. So I think, I mean, we'll see. Washington, they got a star, right? So they got a good guy, a star. We got to see what happens. I think that team has a lot of building to do, and I think they were just signing Trey Young, weren't they?
Yeah, they re-signed him. I think 4 years, 252, 258. Questions: what are they going to do with Anthony Davis? Are they going to re-sign him to a contract extension and trade him, or are they going to keep him? So that's the balance of what they got to figure out.
Do you have that much faith in Trey Young?
I didn't have faith in Trey Young when he was in Atlanta.
I didn't either. I'm just saying, but so you don't? I don't see him being the game changer for the Wizards.
No, but I mean,
No, but he don't hurt him.
And the
I give
bigger
you that.
issue is whether or not AJ is going to fit in there because he also seems to be kind of ball dominant. Where he had control of the offense when he was at BYU, even when he was in prep. It might have been a better fit for him to be in Utah and for Darren Peterson to be there because he can, he's an off ball shooting guard. But I don't. I don't have much faith because again, I don't know whether or not. Again, man, a lot of these teams, if you look at it, it comes to whether or not they can even stay healthy. That's the thing because that's what we don't know is can they stay healthy?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. So, Boozer, because he was a big name, Cameron Boozer, that young team, the Grizzlies. I mean, and they got off, like you said, they got off of Randall. You put him in there. What does that do for you?
For the Grizzly, I
Yeah.
mean, it's good for them. I mean, they got a chance to. I mean, hold on, what all did they get for him?
For Boozer?
Oh, well, no,
I'm talking about for
Boozer.
Boozer.
It'll be good because he can have a good career. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna have like a long career there. I mean, he could if he does a max there on a second contract, but I don't think he's going to win there because I don't think they have enough around them. And I think they're talking about getting rid of John Morant, and I know I think they got rid of Jaren Jackson this past season. So yeah, I don't see where a lot's going to happen with him or
Okay.
him with that team.
Okay.
Said Morant. What'd you say about Morant?
They said that Memphis is going to eventually move on from him. Where do you think is a good landing spot for him, John Morant, if they do move on?
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Moving
I
on.
was thinking about that. What you think, Tanisha?
I'm not moving on from John Morant. I'm just trying to help him.
Okay.
I'm doing therapy. I'm doing everything I can to save him. I'm not trying to move around. That dude is talented as hell if you can get him right.
He is.
I'm not trying to move on from him. He's still young as hell. I mean, I'm just not trying to move on from him. I'm just trying to work on hire somebody that's a real good buddy. You know, I don't know. Figure it out. But I'm not getting rid of John Morant. If you can ever get him back where his headspace is right, that's trouble.
Yeah.
I'm
No
not
argument
moving
there
on.
from me, for sure. Okay.
But yeah, he might end up getting traded. I mean, I think they say the Timberwolves, Sacramento, Toronto, and Heat.
For him.
Mhm.
Now you put him on the Heat and you just put
Yep,
Giannis there. What you thinking, Darren?
trouble.
Giannis, I don't know. I think it's. I mean, for him, he wanted to get out of there. So I mean, I think it's a good move for him. I just don't think that as a team, I just don't think they're going to be that good. I mean, they'll probably make the playoffs, but I don't see them making a big move in the playoffs just because of I just don't think they're going to have enough around them when it's all said and done.
Okay.
I mean, if he go to the Heat, I mean that's looking like something to me. But I don't know. Like you said, you need a couple more pieces, but still, that's a step in the right direction. I don't know. I just figure out a way to help the young man or whatever. I don't know what's going on with him, but a couple years ago you couldn't stop saying his name. Now it's I don't know.
Yeah. Fading out. So see what
Yeah.
what comes about there. Okay. All right. So let's move it on to the W. Um a lot going on there. A lot happened this weekend with New York dropped some games. Minnesota dropped a game. The Wizards. The Mystics picked up a game. What's your thoughts on the weekend? You want to go with a team, or you just want to give me your thoughts on the weekend games? You want me to throw a team out there?
You can throw a team out there. I
All right,
watch
let's
most of the games.
let's start with the Liberty.
Okay. Beating the brakes off the Aces.
But let's go back. They had some close games and they lost. Some games they should have won and they lost. But they did bounce back. That game last night, that was a good game. I thought it was a good game. And that they'll be playing next week for the Commissioner's Cup. What'd you see out of that game last night? What stood out to you, if anything?
Well, they got to shoot much better. They definitely got to shoot better because they did
You
not
talking
put on
about
a good.
you talking about the Aces?
Yes, Aces.
Yeah, the
they-
Liberty shot lights out. From
yeah,
3-point land, they was just killing them. I thought they looked really good. Stewie looked like she was in a rhythm.
I think their defense looked a lot better. The Liberty's defense was really dramatically better over the past week, in my opinion. They did a good job. They was doubling Asia and just holding her to 16, 15, 16 points.
16, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if she's not dropping 30 spot on you, you done something. So
Yeah, I thought it was a good game too. I thought it was a good physical game. The way they were banging, I'd like to see what's going to happen next week in New York. I got to say, I was a little surprised that they gave that one up in Vegas.
Yeah.
Or the Liberty was able to take it in
What do
Vegas.
you
however
think
you
about
wanna look at it.
Sabrina?
I think she got some points, but she's still hobbling back. So she ain't 100%. And for her to do what she did was impressive. Sably went out and they won without her. And she's been playing very well for them the last few games. So it's one Liberty is one of those inconsistent teams. Just like I think the Aces are inconsistent. So you had two inconsistent teams and you want to know who's going to show up, right? But like you said, Darren, they got to shoot better. They were missing layups.
Did Kennedy?
No, she's still out. So
No,
they
no,
got.
I'm saying, where is she? Where is she at in her recovery? Do we know?
It's an illness. They just say an illness. So
Okay,
they haven't
because
said it's a leg injury or
what
whatever. They could keep calling it
it
an
said
illness.
illness.
Yeah.
I'm like, what she got?
I did see
Pneumonia?
her on social media saying, I'm coming back. So maybe she's coming back tomorrow when they play. I don't know. But I know that I believe, and I think I can say I know, that's going to make a difference. Kennedy Carter, having her available. Dana Evans ain't played this year, and Barker haven't, so
Yeah.
to see them, to get them and be at 100%, that's why I say you never, and I don't think any of us are, you never count them out. So they're hanging in there, and they're only 70% or whatever. So we'll see what happens there. And just Darren, I think all of us have shared the frustration with Chelsea Gray and the scoring.
Right. No, I'm with you.
Yeah, it's like what is that? And I mean, shit, we can't be no
What
more
you mean?
frustrated.
What is
than
that?
kids.
What is that? I can tell you what it is. 2,200.
What you mean,
She cost me. I can tell you what it was.
I ain't talking about the
2,200.
money. I'm talking about I don't know what it is.
No,
but
I'm
her
talking about it
consistency.
though.
Okay, but we were talking about the consistency of her. I can't remember. Maybe she was like that last year. The inconsistency of her game. She's gonna get you some assists and all that, but just the scoring is like wow, and that hurts.
Yeah, it hurt.
It
That's
hurts
why
a
I
lot.
said
Yeah,
Kennedy can't get back fast enough for me.
yeah.
Yeah, because Chelsea Gray gonna make you scratch your head, throw something at the TV screen. Her and Jewel Lloyd. Now granted, like last night she got her points last night, but as I was telling Linda,
Got him
she
late.
won't.
She got him late,
but
right?
she won't be seeing any parlay slip that I or Tanisha and I put together. Period. If it ain't for assists,
No,
I don't
no,
care. I don't care if she hits for 35 and hits for 12-3. She still ain't seeing mine. She still ain't seeing the
nope.
slip. Because the very
All right,
next
we
game,
ain't worried
she'll
about
go.
y'all parlay slip. That ain't what we on here.
Whatever.
No,
I'm worried about your parlay slip.
I'm
I'm
just
worried
saying.
about
She
yours
had
too.
hit 30 something. We let's talk about it because she hit 30 something, and then she turned around and hit whatever, and then I put it in for 10 and she gets 5.
Right. That high, right? That high and that low. That's where I get with the consistency because
Yeah.
I wasn't putting her in as a high, but I was thinking I'm going to get at least 10 points from Gray. And when you don't get those 10 points, that's a bit much.
And half the shots she had to get the team, she was wide open.
Oh yeah, I mean Asia was wide open missing shots. They just couldn't hit last night. All right,
I don't. So I want to ask you a question. So now they're having a rematch tonight, but Phoenix and Indiana, a couple nights ago,
I was just going to get to those.
I was going to ask you your thoughts on the whole technical foul with DeWanna Bonner and Sophie Cunningham. And
I think this is my personal opinion. I think every time Indiana plays, and then you have Indiana and you have DeWanna Bonner on the other side, you know how she left, and they say all that stuff was going on. I think it's a clown show. It's no longer about basketball. People want to flex. They want to do that. That's why I made a comment about it, saying if you watch the Liberty and the Aces play, that was professional basketball. They bang, they bang, they bang, and at the end, you saw Asia hugging. Stewie hugging and people dapping each other up because they respect each other's game as professionals. All this nonsense and people getting in people's faces and pointing and who gonna beat who got a black belt and all that stuff. If that's what people are focused on social media, they not fans of the game. You can't be fans of the game if that's what you're cheering for, to see who's gonna get in whose face. So
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, it was a bit much to me. I don't care how you feel about DeWanna Bonner. She's been in the league for years and she's played well. So you can say whatever you want to say about her. You got these folks out there. You haven't even achieved anything close to what she's achieved. And flexing, and it takes away from the game. Now, all that clapping, yes, because you're instigating. They're fighting and you're walking around the circle clapping because you ain't trying to get in the middle of it. It's good.
Because that whole thing
back
with
in the day.
Caitlin Clark on the bench clapping and calling somebody a name. I didn't think that was
Right. You can't Right. So and then you get in a press conference and act like you're the victim and people are picking on you. No, you're an instigator, and that's what she is. I mean,
And
I've
it's
seen it
all on
since
camera to
college.
see.
Kaylin
Right.
got to chill out a little bit.
She got to
And
chill out a lot.
just go back to playing basketball. That's what
it.
got her there, and
That's
that's what
it.
everybody wanted to see. You come out here and shoot the threes and all that. It's like now, it's so much more than just the talent. It's kind of
getting
annoying.
yeah,
It's a little bit annoying.
it's a little out of control. And I think, I mean, you're gonna get players. Everybody does it. So for her saying something to the officials, I don't have any issue with that. It's how you come at the officials because they're horrible. They're horrible. I mean, I think they cost the
We can
Sky a
all
game
agree.
this weekend. Yeah,
we can all agree that. But
and they're
but she's
horrible
also
all over the place. Yeah.
she's also got a ton of young fans and a young, she's got a lot. And sometimes you just gotta kind of understand you can be all in that, but you also got a lot of people watching you.
Yeah, I saw her.
I think
out
they
of college on the floor. So it's like you got to tame that down and get that under control because it's like, play basketball. That all that other antics and all that, play basketball. Yeah, and I don't have it. You hit a three, people been doing it. Throw it up. Everybody does that. Throw it up. You can talk a little trash, nod your head and all that, but when it comes to the conflicts and and then everything here, this not just one team. This is everybody. I am so tired of challenges. Everything is a challenge. Everything is a challenge, and it kills the flow of the game. Everything is
ain't lying.
Might as well get used to it, Linda.
I know.
That's what it is now.
I know.
You're
And
gonna
it
have
kills
to,
me.
you have to adjust.
Because don't nobody in the WNBA, NBA, whatever, don't nobody foul. So I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. Play basketball. Right. Last night they had a couple of reviews, but I'm gonna tell you, they were killing each other. They were playing physical, and they played through all of that. But
I will say, no, I'm sorry, I was going to say that over the weekend, I believe it was Saturday.
You talking about the Chicago game?
Yeah, the Chicago Dallas. No. Seattle. No, was it? Yeah, it was Chicago Dallas. That was a really good game on Was it CBS or USA? I don't know. It was either Saturday or Sunday, but no, I love the way because I think Chicago led most of the way until Seattle. I mean, until I keep saying Seattle until Dallas came back and won at the very end, and I think they won that game in overtime. But it was.
And then there was another one. You talking about the one with Camilla fouled out where they gave her that nonsense foul, that phantom foul? Yeah. They gave some horrible calls down the stretch, and then they didn't call that foul that they should have called when what's the name was going back up. I believe that the referees failed miserably, and I know the coach. He was like they sent in every call from that play back for them to review. I don't know what has come of it, but I'm gonna tell you what, that was a horrible game. They took that game from Chicago, and people were saying,
I rarely hear you say that.
I don't.
Yeah, I rarely hear you say that.
They were calling fouls on Cardoso. It was like, what are you doing? And I say, if you got a 10-point, 17-point lead or something going into that, that's your fault. It wasn't because you calling fouls every 2 minutes. So you put them back in the game. It wasn't like Chicago Gate. It was just like every time they went down. So
exactly.
Oh, I'm so disgusted with the officials. I don't know what to do. But one team, I mean, Indiana still got. They still in the running. Right? They're in that top 8. They still in the running. And they can swing some games together. I mean, they took 2 L's to Atlanta. Atlanta's on a 4-game winning streak. Atlanta's looking good. So I'm shifting off to Atlanta. They look impressive. They play the Valkyries tonight.
Darren been on Atlanta for a hot minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I will say this to the officials: they've been real on. They've been hard on Angels these last couple of games though, to where she hadn't. And I'm not saying for gambling purposes, getting a double or anything, but she just hasn't really been playing as
physical as she normally does. Yeah. I don't know. And because if you get into early foul trouble, you got to back off a little bit. So I think that's what's been happening with her. So it kind of stifles her game a little bit. But when she get loose, she can get loose. And I didn't say MVP, but I agree she's made an impact on that team, being able to get the boards. I can't wait to see what happens with with Brianna Jones, with Bree Jones when she comes back. Just like with Minnesota when Fee comes back. So what happens there? I did I want to go to Minnesota. I think in that game, I can't remember who it was, but where they kept Miles to 4 points. They got smart. They made her work harder. So you picking her up as soon as she crossed over half court, doubling her. Shit. That messed her up and frustrated her.
Now she didn't have a good game that Friday night or whatever, but she made the big plays when needed to. She made the block to secure the win for him at the end of that game against Golden State. That was she's had a couple of, I don't want to say bad games, but that was a bad shooting game for her. But like I said, but in that particular instance, I thought she did well enough to help them, help her team secure a win.
I thought the Mystics played very well because the Mystics beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Mystics beat them, and they beat them in their house, which was very impressive. They're beating them now tonight, but that was a good game by the Mystics, a very young team, and they put 2 good games together. They hadn't beat the Liberty in 10 games, and they beat them. So they beat them in New York, and then they turned around and they beat Minnesota in Minnesota. So 2 good wins for them and boosts for those, the youngest. They're the youngest team in the league. So that was good also.
So I also got to keep we have to keep in mind that she's a rookie. It's hard for we can't get some of the superstars to play consistently every game. So what you think a rookie gonna do?
Yeah, no,
So
she's not putting her down. I mean,
I know that's what I'm just saying. I'm just putting in perspective. This girl done played a lot of great games. So you 1 or 2 off games, I'm not mad at that.
No, and I'm just
nobody's mad.
No, I said more so. Do you think teams are figuring it out?
Well, that's more of a concern, like you said when they did how they trapped or whatever. That's more of a concern.
That strategy worked.
But then give her a minute to see if she can adjust to it as well too, because she's seeing something new. They finally figuring something out, and so she got to adjust to it. But I'm cool. I think she bounced right back.
Yeah, and you got to stay a little humble too. So she started talking a little trash, and
the league will humble you.
Yeah, they will real quick. You ain't gonna talk trash to they like, huh? What? Yeah, not gonna happen. So I think that was a humbling moment, but I don't think for her, I don't think it's much for her to be humble. She's like, I'll be humble, come back and do what I'm gonna do.
But I will say this though, and credit to her coach, because even though her shot in just going in that particular game in general, the Golden State game, wasn't falling, she was still doing things offensively, passing the ball, playing defense, and so the thing is, even though she was having issues on one hand, she didn't let that affect her overall game. She was still doing things. Hustling, running up and down the floor. Blocking shots, grabbing rebounds and stuff like that, to where she still made an impact on their win.
You made a statement there on her defense. That was never her strong suit, right? In college and now. Do you think that's gonna catch up? Or she'll get better?
Oh no, she'll get better just because of the coaches. Her coach is gonna make her play, they're gonna help her with that.
No, yeah, we say that, and we see some that ain't getting better. So,
well, but again, look at it. Hold on. Now, I'm trying to think. I think it's Chicago or one of those coaches or Dallas coach that you're not too fond of. But again, a lot of stuff comes down to coach. She was the Olympic coach. I'm pretty sure she's going to make sure that her players know.
Oh, Cheryl Reeves, I don't take nothing from her. Cheryl Reeves,
that's what I'm saying.
Championships and all that.
Her coaching staff. That's the reason why I think that she will get her, because of who her coach is.
Okay. Okay.
Because
she's got to tighten that up. She's not a defensive special. She got to tighten that up.
I get that, but if you was her coach, I would expect you to coach her up defensively and work with her on that. So I don't.
Oh yeah, but when I say that, you got to have the ability to do it also. Yeah. Because there's some others in the league that can't play defense. So everything can't rely on one end of the court. You got to be able to play both ends of the court. But I honestly do think that she has the ability to do that, because I've watched her progress better as a defensive player. So no, I'm just asking the question because I was reading about it and I watched some stuff. So I was like, okay, but I do think that she can definitely do it. Who did I miss? We got the teams like we got Portland. Portland was in the conversation. It was a couple other teams that was in the conversation. I'm trying to pull this up to look at the standings. So you got Minnesota, you got Atlanta, you got Vegas, New York, Dallas, Indiana, Golden State, and Washington Mystics are now in 8th place.
Okay.
Underneath, you got Los Angeles, which that was a great game, the 30-year game with NECA Abumake hitting that at the buzzer. That was beautiful.
Oh,
That was,
yeah.
and that was against my Liberty. I had a flashback to them losing
Yeah,
to.
you love NECA though. You know
I
you
do.
love.
Oh, I mean,
love NECA.
I love her for so many reasons, and a lot of them are off the court. What she has done as
I
the
know.
president, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that was a great game.
yeah, that was a great game.
Yep.
But what she's done is just like wow, you know. But that was a game that they gave up. They had a lead. They had about 17 points, I think. So that's when I say the Liberty, that consistency, they need to get it. I mean, big game. You had big, stars there. You had the original Liberty team. You had the original uh Sparks team. So it was good. It was good because I remember the game.
I remember it too.
Yeah.
Well, at that time I was just graduated high school.
Damn,
that was
I was in my
96.
30s.
Yeah, that was 96. So watching that, but for me, I look at how far we've come when it comes to women's sports.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it,
Lord,
think about it. I mean, because women's soccer, you know what I'm saying, wasn't that big. It wasn't until, like 3 years later where the women's World Cup team won the
and they
won the
still
World Cup.
getting the recognition. Remember, they went on a whole thing. You paying the men, they ain't doing nothing. Pay us. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, but I'm thinking from where it started to where it is now, because obviously 30 years ago you're thinking about players like Shamika Holtzclaw and Cheryl Swoops and those players and mind you, this is after the time where because think about how she is now, but Cheryl Miller, she didn't get a chance to play, in a league like that to where she was the best, her and Nancy Lieberman and those players,
Nancy did play.
Nancy Lieberman played.
Nancy Lieberman played. Lynette Woodard came
well,
back and played, and there was one more.
They all played, but yeah.
I remember they coached, but
Season.
again,
they did
30
play.
years.
And then and that was kind of like let me go, but they were much older. Like
I said seasoned.
Yes,
they were seasoned.
But I'm just but I started to say that I'm just glad to where the game is to where it is now, and to where it's more acceptable. I mean, you see where the WNBA is now, and look, I'll give Caitlin Clark her credit, over the last, when she came in and the explosion, quote unquote explosion, but these sellout arenas and them being on TV, network television once again, and granted you got to pay for these apps. I mean, so just where it started to where it is now,
it's amazing.
That's
And to listen to Lisa Leslie's speech, like she said, she could have never imagined this today. And so to go from where, and she's been connected to the game, always from the time she played, sitting in the studio now calling games. I mean, she should have been a coach in my opinion. But
I just, I always believe people born everything is timing, but just put some of those guys in the league right now. Oh my God.
And put them at their prime, it would be crazy.
At their prime, it's sick. Like the Coops, the Thompson, everybody just oh Lord, you know how good women's basketball. I'm telling you right now, they might be they will be putting on a show.
It would be absolutely crazy. So I did want to bring something up because I did just talk about Cheryl. Excuse me, I said Cheryl Miller, but not Cheryl Miller. Lisa Leslie. Not getting a coaching job, and we see how many males. I don't have the number. I don't know if y'all want to Google how many males. Cheryl Reeves, coach in Minnesota, great coach. 4 championships, coach, some of the best to ever do it, made some comments over the weekend or last week saying that she cannot believe that with 70% of the league being black, there are no African-American, black, whatever, female coaches.
Well, they had one in Chicago, Angel Reese's rookie year.
Well, she said, and she went on to say, and I'm paraphrasing, you got to give people more than 1 or 2 years. But the fact that there are none is a problem. She's an advocate for many things. And if you ever watch the game, read her t-shirts. Her t-shirts always there's something she's talking about on those t-shirts. So they ain't just regular graphic tees. There's a message that
I mean,
she's
she
giving
stood
out
on
on
bit.
those.
Look, she's somebody I respected. I mean, think about it. Just a couple years ago, the whole Caitlin Clark being on the Olympic team stuff. She was like, no, I mean, she stood on
Oh
there
yeah,
and it was like,
she
no,
gonna be
this,
straight up. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and the fact that she knew who her captain was going to be. It was going to be Stewie and Asia.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were the two top players in the league, MVPs, champions. Like, no, these are my leaders, and when the push comes to shove in that gold medal game, I'm gonna lean on them, and they gonna get it done.
Right.
And so, and seeing the physicality of how the Olympics turned out, again, I think she was right in the fact
she was
that.
spot on.
Oh yeah. So I mean, yeah, and she wasn't going. She's someone who doesn't kowtow or kowtow to politics or anything like that. Like, and she's still in business, and so you can't help but respect that. And I like players I like people like that because she's a stand up person. Obviously, Becky Hammond is as well. I mean, and so it's good to have allies in the fight. But the
Right.
problem is they shouldn't have to be
Right.
because what they said is common sense, and because you see who's getting the opportunities to be the coaches, and it's not a reflection
It's
of the
not.
players.
It's
Kind of like
not,
the
and it's
NFL.
not even. It's like, where are you finding it? I think Portland is doing a decent job. Do I think that guy should have got the job out of all the women? I mean, Sylvia Fowles is sitting on that bench. Is she head coach material? Maybe not, because she hasn't had that. But there are others, right? So you had Spoon, you had Vicky Johnson, who coached. They didn't give her a good chance to coach, and she's not even coaching in the league anymore. Um, uh, I
Which
can't
is
think of her name. The
shocking
Atlanta
too.
coach, they got rid of her. They brought this guy in. I don't think he's that great, but there are people that aren't even being considered, or names aren't even out there, that could coach
They
these teams
or
that
they
aren't
just
coaching.
or they just get a semi of a chance, like one and done. Like they don't let them. I mean, it's 9. By the way, there's 9 male coaches in the league.
And they came from where? So they talk about the women who have, they've got the Christy Tolliver. Good Lord, if she don't get a job in the W as a coach, she's sitting on a bench now. Christy Tolliver done coached in the NBA, and she's been coaching in the WNBA. She played. She won a championship in college. She played. She won a championship in the W. You're not gonna tell me she's not qualified. Now, I don't think she's turning jobs down because she's sitting on the damn bench for a WNBA team. But you go out and you find this coach that's been coaching
But so is
Dallas and he's
Becky.
been coaching for 25 years in college versus interviewing now. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand. And that's for me, the GM in Dallas. He shouldn't be anywhere near basketball because he failed in Connecticut, he failed in LA, and he failed last year when he hired that coach in Dallas. So, yep, I say that with a whole lot of spirit. So,
No, you
but
do.
I
Eat
mean,
that from the
make
soul.
it, yeah, make it fair. Just make it fair. Give people, and I think I may be misquoting, but I think Lisa Leslie made a comment, or somebody made a comment, that she said she would never apply for another coaching job
I hope not. Don't don't
because,
don't break
and
the
I
spirit
hope
like
it's not
that.
true, because for her to get passed over for those jobs that were open, the Dallas job was open, the LA, good. How do you not put Lisa Leslie as a head coach for LA? How do you not give her that job? I don't
I
know.
got nothing.
Maybe you know what? Maybe she don't interview well.
She covers and
You
commentates
stupid,
games. She
Yeah.
knows
Tanisha.
what she's talking about.
You know,
Man,
I'm being
I
funny.
know,
Come on
I
now.
know. Don't make me
Maybe
reach
she
through this
don't
phone at
interview.
you. Don't make me reach.
No. Oh, maybe she don't interview
Okay.
well.
Do y'all
She
want to?
pu- she
Do we
pulling
want
the
to
Eric
Just
not?
Gambling.
played really great.
Right. We gonna skip. We gonna
Understand the
skip.
game.
We gonna skip unless y'all want to do it.
Yes.
We gonna skip the WNBA
Yeah.
MVPs unless y'all want to say who's
No,
in
we
there.
can talk about it. I
Okay,
mean,
go ahead. Who y'all got? Y'all,
What's
mine don't
over?
change. Who's your top three?
Asia.
Your top three.
Asia.
Top three.
Top 3. Well, you don't agree. You don't agree
I don't have to
with me.
agree. It's your top three.
Um, well, because it's so blatantly obviously that Asia's number 1, I'll throw 2 other names out there that I think have a chance by the end of the season. And I know you won't agree with this, but I do think Stewie is significant in her play. And then I also like Caitlin for
Okay.
what she does for her team.
Those aren't
So,
bad picks. I mean, Caitlin Clark. I go with. It ain't a matter who I like. It's a matter of the eye test. So I'm going with Asia. I'm gonna go with Caitlin. It's you ain't. I it's just me. I don't believe Kelsey Mitchell. If her scoring goes up, I don't think they're gonna let it go. That she'll get it over
Caitlin. But she balling her butt up. You know, I love Miss Mitchell.
And I'm looking at Alicia. Well, she says it different. Gray from Atlanta and Ryan Howard from Atlanta to see what they do.
Okay.
Man.
Go ahead, Darren.
I'm gonna go now.
Says, man.
I'm ranking, so you take what you will.
Okay.
You know, as long as she gets my 15 points a game, Asia Wilson is number one. That's my precursor. So yeah, as long as she get my 15 points a game, she's number one. I'm going with her. I'm going with for me, she's number one. I got Olivia Miles number two, and I got Angel Reese number three. See, the thing is for me, when it comes to Atlanta Dream, and you can pick any of those three players, Gray, Howard, or Angel. I just think Angel brings a different aspect to that Dream team that wasn't there last year. Maybe it's an extra sense of toughness and aggressiveness when it comes to the offensive rebound, because obviously that is key for them. The Lynx, I just don't think that they're 13-4 without Olivia Miles there. I mean, they were doing well with Williams there, but of course Williams also had Fee there. But I just think her play, has helped them be the top, be at the top of the standings thus far. And Asia, again, Asia's just Asia. So I think Asia will always be in the conversation, regardless of how I joke about her points, but she needs to give me my 15 points. But but for me, that's my top three.
Okay. Mine, I already told you what mine were. So you got Asia, Clark, and somebody from an Atlanta team is going to come out there. And I'll tell you why I don't put Olivia Miles in there, because Minnesota.
Let me just say one thing. The only reason why I don't put Kaylin, because you look, I'm old school. To me, winning semester, they're only 10-7. They're number 6 now. Now, granted, this I know this is just right now compared to where we'll talk about, All-Star, and as we get closer to the end of the season. But it's just hard for me to put her over players. I mean, I can't put her over somebody from the Wings or even the Liberty. Caitlin Clark, for me, as it relates to MVP voting. But
I put her there, and I put her there because she'll be top 5 in 2 categories, and that's going to be scoring and assists. And that's the reason I put her there. And I put her there for other reasons too, because that's who they want to be the face. So I put her in that category. Do I agree? Some people gonna have to come up on their numbers. I mean, it's a numbers game. And to me, with Miles, and Miles has the numbers, or had the numbers. Now she's dropped. She's not even top 5 or top 10 in any category. So the other thing with Miles is on a team that's been doing it. So you are not the one that took the Lynx to where they are. The Lynx have been there. Now, yes, Fee is out. Hold on, let me finish. Fee is out. And I get that. Maybe with Fee, if you didn't have Miles, would somebody else step up? I don't know. We'll never know. Right? But they've been in it for the last 3-4 years. Go ahead.
Question. No, I hold on. I said I was next. Tanisha, I got a question, Tanisha. I got a question, and you can answer as well. My question is, did Fee get injured during the regular season or the playoffs last year? I'm just.
Fee got injured before. Remember that game? They were up. It was coaching. They were up by 30, 40
was it
points.
In the playoffs? I guess is my question.
I don't think it was in the playoffs. I don't think she played. I got to go back. I don't think now I'm having like a brain dump. I don't think she played in the playoffs. I think that injury, she played they were winning by 30, 40 points. No reason for her to be in the game, and got injured.
I remember, but again, I just can't remember if it was towards the end of the season or as it was going into the playoffs. Because, and the reason why I say that, because if she played most of that year, I mean, you got a chance to see what they look like with her. I'm just saying, yes, they have been there. I mean, but I can say the same about the Fever. I mean, the Fever was Kaylin didn't play. She only played like 13 games last year, and we saw what Kelsey Mitchell did. But but whether or not she's top 5 and some stuff, okay, that's cool. But winning still has to matter. All I'm saying is, I don't believe that Minnesota is 13-4 without Olivia Miles there, because to me, a before and
Maybe
after.
not that record, but they're in the top 5. Minnesota's tough. They're in the top 5.
Well, I don't argue that, but look at the rest of the league. I mean, if you got Connecticut, Tempo, the Portland and those type of teams, yeah, they should be. So
Yeah. So to me, it's not like she put them in the promised land. That's why I said she didn't upgrade that team. That team was there. That team was playing for a championship, the year before too, weren't they?
they were good. I'm
Okay.
saying her play is taking them to another level.
I don't think
that
so.
we've seen.
And
Okay,
I don't
well,
agree that they've gone to another level. They were in first place most of last season until Fee got hurt. That's what I'm saying. If you take, like you were saying with Atlanta, what Angel has done for them and put them in a different level. I can say that. I can't say the same thing for Miles. Is Miles doing great things? Absolutely. But that Minnesota's always in the mix. They've been in the mix. So I don't see where it's like she's done that for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate. So
Mhm.
if that's the case, we saw where Dallas was last year. I could say that Paige Beckers should have some MVP votes compared to what the Dallas was last year to where they are right now.
I agree with you. I
Okay.
didn't say, I mean, we just named 3. I would put Paige in my
Well,
top
you
5.
named about 5.
Yeah, I mean, I said
You named
somebody
about 5 or 6.
from Atlanta, but Paige, yeah, I mean, if Paige starts scoring more points, Paige is in there. Paige is in the conversation. I mean, she was rookie of the year last year. She's in the conversation. She's that player. She's a good two-way player. Yes. Let Paige bust out, have a 40-point game, and start going into scoring. Then you're gonna be looking at her for something different. And yes, she has elevated.
I mean, that's kind of what she did Saturday night. Because think about it, she had like 11 points going to the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden she started hitting threes, and in overtime she ended up with like 27, 30. Like, what was that earlier?
I mean, that's Paige. That's a whole UConn Paige. Paige, you like Paige ain't doing nothing, and all of a sudden you like, oh. So
I will also say this, Tanisha, going further, we will not put Orike, Oquano, or whoever that girl is on Dell. We're not putting her. Yeah, she's not going on no parlay slip either. Or inconsistent.
I know Tanisha. He said he had a question, but go ahead.
I was actually, because we were talking about Olivia Miles, and I was like, everybody's like, she's a shoe-in for Rookie of the Year, but who's the runner-up? Because I think it's Citron. I don't know if
No, Citron's not a rookie.
Citron's not a rookie.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, biggie, because you didn't hear much about her last year.
That's why they,
because of Kiki.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, me being local, I knew Citron was playing well, and so was Kiki.
She's nasty
running into, but Citron is a damn good player, and was in college at Notre Dame. She was her and Miles played together.
Yeah.
Well, hell, she averaging every time I see she clowning. I mean, but I guess
playing well. I mean, she's pulled out some clutch games, but
and if I had to pick a runner up, if she keeps playing the way that she plays and builds some consistency, and now she's in the starting lineup, I'd say Fudd. Fudd is starting to pick up again.
Yeah, she's starting to pick up more for me.
Sometimes, yeah, I mean, because sometimes, like in Saturday's game, like she started slow, but in that third quarter, she started hitting threes, and then it was,
another one like her.
Yeah.
I think it's like she was, she was starting, she was this. He put her in. Sometimes she's sitting on the bench. I'm like, why is she sitting? And I'm a big Fudd fan, but what other rookies? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I mean, and
Rice,
Flau'jae is she's kind of
that team is hurting her. So Flau'jae, you got Flau'jae.
Yeah, I'm about to say
our fam. She also out there in Seattle, but she was hurt. You have Kiki Rice, she's hurt. So some of these girls are not even going to get to there, but Kiki's been out for a minute.
Lauren Betts coming off the bench.
That's coming off the bench, and she's got a young team. But yeah, so if you would have to say, you're going to look at Fudd as the runner-up. But right now, I just think that gap is big. It's like,
but then it's going to be Miles, Fudd, Betts, maybe, and then Flau'jae.
Nah, it wouldn't be Betts. Betts comes off the bench. She don't play enough.
Yeah, top 3. Miles.
But the
Fudd
points,
and
talk about
Johnson.
stats. How many? What Lauren Bid stats look like?
I don't have them right in front of me, but it's up and down based on you
The
know. I
amount
mean,
of
she's
minutes.
getting in the games, but it's like depending on who they're playing, and that's why everybody was saying, "Oh, she should have been number one," or "What's her name should have been number one." I think everybody's where they need to be.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
and it's working out for them. But yeah, I don't. Shoot, I haven't really been paying. I'm gonna say paying attention to them, but if rookie of the year, I would have to say, um, I'm somebody something
A little bit
something
of
crazy
turn.
got to happen with
I mean,
Miles.
she gonna win. We know Miles
Yes.
is gonna win.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
So
outside of
she had to
injury, I think
fall
everything
out.
should be.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? She had
I ain't even want to put that
fall
out
out.
there.
That's
Yeah,
why I said she had to fall out. I don't want to
right.
throw an injury.
Yeah. All right. Let's Tanisha, give me your closing thoughts.
Let Darren go first.
I know I always throw it out there. I don't know why I do it to you.
Let Darren go first.
Thank everybody for their prayers. I've gotten over my personal issue I've had to deal with, but so glad to come out on the other side and very grateful, and just appreciate everybody's prayers.
Okay. Nisha.
I have been in my feelings a lot lately, and it has nothing to do with sports, but I literally, I have a friend that's going through some things, and she has taught me how to fight. You know what I mean? Just the ability of people who just don't give up and they're there for the fight and everything. And I'm gonna say, just please throw some prayers out. But I've never seen anybody go through that type of stuff and always keep a smile on their face. And I know, Linda, you personally know somebody that's doing that as well. But just the fight and just be able to get up every day and just still maintain and be just an amazing human and have a positive outlook on life is really changing my outlook on some of the things that I'm doing moving forward. So, yeah, it's not sports related, but we did play basketball together in college, except for I set the bench and she played.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Mine are real simple. So I just wanted to circle back to something so I can give a better thing. Olivia Miles, these are rookies. Olivia Miles, AZ Fudd, Gabrielle Jacques, she's doing good for Chicago. Floje, Pauline Astier in New York, she's playing well. And Medina Oka, she's been coming in giving solid minutes for Atlanta. So those are the top five that they're saying that could be there.
That makes sense.
Yeah, mine are simple as always. Please, be kind, be blessed. And it's free. So do if you can think about something kind that you could do this week for somebody, and go for it there. And until next time, peace. Thank you for tuning in to Two Gems and a Mic. Be sure to subscribe and follow. Until next time, remember, be kind, be blessed. Peace.